Hey girlies, it's Augusta. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to get this spring 2025 inspired makeup look. It's super glowy with some natural pink undertones, and it's nice and fun way to spruce things up for spring and get that glow up before summer. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Any good makeup look starts with primer, so you're going to want to go in with your favourite primer. Mine is the Rimmel London Multi-Tasker one. Then we're going to keep the base on the lighter side, so I'm mixing together the Supergoop Protec Tinted Moisturiser in shade 10N and the e.l.f. Halo Glow, just drawing it in these hearts so it's nice and cute. This base combo has the perfect mixture of base, coverage and glow, and I'm obsessed with how it turns out and blends together so seamlessly. Blend your base together, whatever you've chosen. You can also use any tinted moisturizer if you don't have these products, using a damp beauty blender. Never forget to blend down onto the neck because you want your makeup to look as glowy and skin-like as possible, and this is going to avoid any distinction between the face and the rest of the body. As you can see, I already look super glowy with a tiny bit of coverage, but it looks super skin-like. Then you're going to want to start with eyes. Of course, we have to go in with a pop of pink. Pastels are so in for spring, and I'm mixing together this neutral brown and pink shade in the crease of my eye using a big fluffy brush. You can use any neutral shade if you don't have this pink palette from Clio Cosmetics. You can just use a natural brown shade or even bronzer. Blend this into the crease of your eye just to add some depth. I like to use the pink because it adds a fun undertone, but this is completely optional. Make sure it's thoroughly blended out, because the more you blend your makeup, the more seamless and natural and professional it's going to look. Then you're going to want to take a lighter shade. You can go in with a pink or any pastel shade of choice. I'm still on the matte colors right now, but I'm blending this onto the lid and center of the eye. You want to focus darker, more brown, natural colors on the outside and crease of your eye, and then as you go towards the center, make the colors more vibrant and brighter and lighter. This is going to make your eye appear bigger and really accentuate the eye. As you can see, I'm taking my lightest pink shade and putting this even closer to the center, but also blending it out across the lid. Now that we've done the matte shades, go in with a more precise brush. I'm just using the other side of the same eyeshadow brush and this pink shimmery shade. Sweep your shimmery shade of choice all over the eyelid. You can even use a highlighter instead if you don't have eyeshadow or any shimmery gold. But you're going to want to keep it on the more natural side, since this is a spring makeup look. It's going to be more natural and light and airy. Then take your brightest sparkly shade. You can use a highlighter for this one as well, and apply this on the inner corner and just under the eyebrows. We're going to add a really natural liner using eyeshadow and a brush instead of a heavy winged liquid eyeliner. This is going to give a similar effect to if you did a liquid eyeliner, but it's going to be much more natural and daytime wearable. Use the bottom lash line as a guide and accentuate this line imaginarily, and that can be the basis for the wing. Don't worry if you're not super practiced at drawing eyeliner, because using a brush and eyeshadow, it's super easy to clean up any mess with a Q-tip or your finger. You can even use a lighter brown shade if you're really nervous or you want to go for a more natural look, and that way it won't really matter the shape, it just matters that it has the shadow on the wing of your eye. As you can see, I'm using a Q-tip to make the lines even more precise and uplifted. That way I make sure both are at the same angle and look as identical as possible. Now that we've done the eyes, take your concealer of choice. I'm obsessed with the NARS concealer, and I'm taking this on the smaller end of the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Complexion brush. Apply a small dot underneath the eye bags and alongside the eye just below where we applied the eyeliner. This is really going to accentuate and define the liner. It will also make your eyes and whole face look super lifted and your eye makeup look way more professional. You can also cover up any blemishes you may have. Using the same beauty blender as before, blend it upwards and outwards. As you can see, this concealer is so good and has literally made my eye bags disappear. Make sure always to blend upwards and outwards to give that lifted look. My favourite beauty product at the moment is the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Liquid Contour. It is so good and natural, and I love the cool undertones for a more natural look. It makes you look so chiseled and defined. Just apply a dot under the cheekbones, jawline, around the nose and on the forehead. I put a couple dots on the cheekbones and jawline and a few more along the forehead. Make sure there is not too much product on each dot because it does blend very much. To get that button nose effect that's definitely trending right now, apply a small line above the tip of the nose and along the sides as well. This is gonna give the effect that your nose goes down and then up, and basically it's like a nose job but just makeup. The more product you apply, the more this effect is going to be pronounced, but make sure you blend it so it doesn't look super crazy and you can't see the edge of the line. You can either blend using a brush or beauty blender, but I am using the other side of my Charlotte Tilbury brush. Make sure to blend in an upwards motion so that the product is not dragging down the face. Also along the forehead you can blend into the hairline. Just be careful, especially if you're blonde, not to get it onto your hair and make your hair look orange. Also ensure that everything is blended along the jawline, as this can sometimes be a bit more difficult to see and we don't want to have an orange line along the jaw. We basically just want to look as snatched as possible but in the most natural way, and I think this product is perfect for it. To keep the precision of the button nose effect, I'm using my finger along the top of the nose to blend. The next step is cream blush, and of course we need a light pink bright blush for spring. This is the Armani Soft Baby Pink blush and I'm so obsessed with it. I started using it during Valentine's Day period to give those Valentine's Day look and go with that heart blush trend which I'm drawing now. But it's perfect for the transition into spring and really complements the pink eye makeup. Apply it on the top of your cheekbones, basically where you'd apply highlighter to make them look super lifted, and a little dot on the bridge of your nose as well. You can then blend this up onto the forehead so that it goes upwards and it gives you a nice rosy glow. I'm obsessed with the glow combo this contour and blush gives. Now that you're done with liquid products, move on to powder. I'm going in with the MUA Shimmer Highlighter in Rose Gold on the same side that I used of the eyeshadow brush for the shimmery shades. Apply a little bit on your Cupid's bow and the bridge and tip of your nose. This is really going to accentuate the button nose effect that we already did, as well as some on the high points of your cheekbones. I like to keep it more precise using the eyeshadow brush so I look even more snatched rather than just sweeping it all over the cheek. We're going to apply a little bit of bronzer as well, just to give me a nice spring glow. Gently dab bronzer just on the cheekbones and over where you applied the contour, keeping it super light. We don't want to use a heavy layer because we want to make the makeup still look skin-like and glowy. Basically keep it in a 3 shape along the side of the face, and I'm gently tapping it so I don't brush away too much of the makeup that's already underneath. I love how glowy this base looks, and I'm just sweeping a little bit onto my collarbones just so it matches my face. I love this hack because you can put bronzer above and below each collarbone, and then you can put highlighter on the top of the collarbone and on the shoulders to really make your chest look super glowy and match your face, especially if it's on show. You can use this hack for basically any makeup look as well. The next step in this spring inspired makeup look is brows. So obviously brows are a very personal thing, but I like to lightly fill in the brows. We want to keep them super natural, and if you do have very light brows that are very hard to see, you're obviously going to want to fill them in more, and some people don't even need to fill them in at all. I use this brow pencil more for shape rather than to make them look darker, so I underline towards the center and really focus on the top of the arches and ends. This makes my brows look more lifted and makes my eyes look bigger and my face look more lifted. I'm brushing the product through with a spoolie before applying brow glue. I love the NYX brow glue because it really holds them in place all day. Make sure to brush them up in the center and then outwards towards the side as you approach the end of the eyebrow. I swept it backwards just so that I could coat the lashes fully, and then I'm going back over in the right direction. We really want to have super curled, long, accentuated eyelashes that are nice and thin and long. That's why I'm making sure to curl my lashes as much as possible. You can use this pinching motion that I like to use, and I do this about twice on each eye just so that I really get a nice curl. Before we go in with the mascara, you're going to want to take the same colour that you put in the crease of the eye lightly underneath the eyelid. I'm mixing together the pink and brown shades that I used on a small smudger eyeshadow brush. This will give more depth to the eye and match the top eyelid. Of course, we need to add some setting powder to set everything in place. I'm going in with the classic Laura Mercier Loose Translucent setting powder and a powder puff to bake the under eyes, sweeping upwards and outwards as we did with the concealer, blending alongside the side of the eyeliner as well as just below the cheekbones. This is going to accentuate the effect that we made with the contour and bronzer. You can tap the excess on your T-zone and anywhere else that you get oily or want to mattify. Then take a lengthening wispy mascara. I'm using the Kylash mascara and coat both sides of your eyelashes. This is going to make sure that you get the most out of your eyelashes. As you can see, I'm coating above and below, but always dragging in an upwards motion to keep the curl as much as possible. Also, you should try and focus on the outer lashes to give that fox eye cutesy look. Never forget the bottom lashes as well, nice and lightly, and once you're done with your lashes you can brush away all the excess powder. Of course, we need a pink nude lip combo to match the pink makeup look that we've done so far. I'm so obsessed with this lip liner from Max Factor in shade 6 Mauve Moment that it is literally tiny because I've sharpened it so much. Make sure to line the edges of your lips as normal and overline the cupid's bow in the center to give that pouty lip look effect. Then in the center you're going to want to take a light pink lipstick. I recommend the MAC Cream Sheen lipstick in shade Cream Cup for the perfect spring pop of pastel pink. It's a really nice creamy texture and blends super seamlessly into this lip liner shade. You can even leave it like this, but I'm going to top it off with a pink lip gloss. And what better to use than the Rhode Lip Peptide in shade Ribbon. I love how this lip combo ties the eye and cheek pink pop together, and of course you're going to want to set with a setting spray of choice and let it dry. No makeup look is complete without perfume, so I'm topping it off with this cosmic perfume from Kylie Cosmetics, and this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed this spring 2025 makeup look tutorial with pink undertone. Please let me know if you try this out and what looks you'd like to see from me next. I post daily YouTube shorts and weekly uploads, so don't forget to subscribe, as well as checking out my Instagram and TikTok linked below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.